number 9 said the coordinates of the endpoints of QR, okay, this line segment, are Q is at 8, 2, and R is at 5, 7, as shown on the coordinate plane. Which measurement is closest to the length of QR in units, okay? So if we're talking about length, I want you to think, am I talking about the steepness of my line, the slope, or am I talking about the distance from one point to the other using Pythagorean theorem, okay? Length is talking about how long this is, or the distance between the points. Okay, so if it says length, length is how you're going to use Pythagorean theorem, okay? You'll solve for length using Pythagorean theorem, all right? That's how you find a missing side length or the distance between 2 points, all right? Remember, your process chart is your ABC on top, your side lengths, and then your areas on the bottom, a squared plus b squared equals c squared, okay? Once you get your side lengths, to make them into the areas of the a squared, you're going to have to do your number squared. Okay, once you find c squared, to get it back to that missing side length that you want to know, you're going to have to do the opposite and square root it. Okay. If you feel like you get it now and you just didn't know to do Pythagorean, go ahead and do the replacement question. But if it's Pythagorean you're confused on, stick around. Okay. So this is basically the missing side length, or you can think of it as your hypotenuse, okay? Your long diagonal side across from a right angle. We just don't have the legs of our triangle drawn, okay? But if I were to connect these and count how far down and over my legs are, okay, the side lengths, which you could draw on the paper test I gave you, you would have to go down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 units and over 1, 2, 3. So my side lengths are, one side was 5, one side was 3, and I'm looking to solve for that missing c, that hypotenuse, okay? All right, so now I just need to square them. 5 squared is 25, 3 squared is 9. You could do these in your calculator. Remember, you have a squared button. You could hit 25, okay? And then to square it, you hit this little x with the 2 exponent, okay? All right, so 5 squared is 25, 3 squared is 9. Cool. All right, if we know a squared plus b squared equals c squared, then 25 plus 9 would give me 34. And in order to find the side length off of that c squared, I would do the square root of 34, okay? Remember, your square root sign is blue over on the left. So we're going to have to hit the blue second button and then your button that has your blue squared root. Okay? Get that little square root house, and we're going to type 34 inside of it. The square root of 34 is about 5.8. Okay? About 5.8. All right? If we go look at our answer choices, it says which one is closest. We have 5.8, 5, 4, 3.9, okay? So the closest is absolutely that 5.8. You're going to have to go do this yourself with a very similar looking question. You're finding the length using Pythagorean theorem, so you need to set up a chart of ABC, a squared, b squared, c squared. Put your side lengths on top, square them to get the areas, and then square root it to find your missing side.